It is a jam-packed program. 2 days in San Francisco, 2 days in Washington, 2 days in New York.
राहुल गांधी ने लंदन में जाकर भारत को बदनाम करने की कोशिश की है.
We are not really criticizing India. We are criticizing Indian government. Don't confuse that. In Indian diaspora, there is a group that believes in Hindutva as the core idea of India.
Namaste, Australia.
What message does Mr. Gandhi aim to give via his visit in the US to people who are supportive of the Prime Minister? What, according to you, is the agenda of Mr. Rahul Gandhi's visit to the US this time?
It is a jam-packed program. 2 days in San Francisco, 2 days in Washington, 2 days in New York, to have an open, honest conversation on a variety of topics, from democracy to employment to economy to human rights to freedom to you name it. In Washington, he's addressing National Press Club. He'll be addressing think tank. And in New York, he'll be meeting some very interesting intellectuals, artists, and also we'll have a big NRI event with Indian Overseas Congress. Challenges, economy, unemployment. So these are all the issues of great concern to global community. India being the largest democracy in the world, we sincerely believe that Indian democracy is all about larger global good. And it is important for us to engage with the global community interested in democracy.
It is believed, and it is also seen in various statistics, that there is a particular kind of idea of India that the diaspora has. Is the visit aimed at trying to change that idea, and also the US establishment's thoughts or opinions about India and its democracy?
No, it is not changing anybody's mind. It is at really representing facts as we see it. It is our version of the democracy that we believe in. So our idea of democracy has a great deal of focus on inclusion and sustainability. A lot of people blindly follow based on religion. We don't believe in Hindutva idea of India. We are Hindu. I'm Hindu. But that doesn't allow me to disrespect somebody else. That doesn't give me license to tell them what to do, what to eat, what to wear, how to pray. No.
You spoke about the government trying to pitch Hindutva as the major ideology of India. Do you think that kind of a thought process or a sentiment being there in the diaspora, which the Congress is looking to bring a course correction to?
No, we are not here to bring course correction to anything. Okay, but yes, I know that in Indian diaspora, there is a group that believes in Hindutva, tradition, religion as the core idea of India. Then you have another group of people who are not very vocal, but they believe in a bigger idea of India. Media gives play to one group, and as a result, people think that's the only view in NRI. That's not true. There are thousands and thousands of people who are very capable abroad, in US, in Europe, in Australia, and other places, who run big companies, universities, professors, they are teachers, they are scientists, engineers. They have a different view.
You said that facts are going to be represented, but often we see, and every time we see that the BJP or the government of India, it tries to portray these visits and the talks as anti-India or defaming India on international soil. Will this visit look to counter that narrative in some way?
No, the point is India cannot be defamed by anybody. India is a country of great history and heritage. This whole notion of India getting hurt don't make sense to me. A particular Indian may get hurt, but you can't hurt India. And when we talk about something, we are not really criticizing India. We are criticizing Indian government. Don't confuse that. Indian government is not India, because there are other governments within India beside BJP. I live in America. I lived here for 60 years and I can criticize America. No problem. That doesn't mean I'm against America. If I criticize India, that doesn't mean I'm against India. I mean, what kind of a notion is that? What you're telling me is don't think. Just follow the party line. That is the democracy I don't want.
We have recently seen Prime Minister Narendra Modi visiting Australia and the kind of response he got from the diaspora there. According to survey statistics, there is a lot of support for the Prime Minister abroad. What message does Mr. Gandhi aim to give via his visit in the US to people who are supportive of the Prime Minister?
No, I'm glad people are supportive of Prime Minister because he's India's Prime Minister. He is getting support as the Prime Minister of a country of 1.5 billion, and he should get support. I'm proud of the fact that Indian Prime Minister gets support. Let's not confuse that with the idea of India that we are discussing. They're two separate things. I respect Prime Minister of India. He should get the support, recognition. But the idea of India that he and his government represents is very different. With his support, with open mind, we should have a conversation.
A recent survey by CSDS, in fact, which came out, said that the Congress's support in India is on the rise. Do you see a similar kind of rise in the support within the diaspora in the US?
Well, US diaspora doesn't vote, but they have influence on vote because there are large number of people who listen to them at back home, their friends, their family, their parents and others. I think Rahul Gandhi's Padyatra has really presented real Rahul Gandhi to people. Rahul Gandhi has been discredited by campaign, by a lot of funding behind media to make him look like what he is not. So Padyatra has been able to bring real Rahul Gandhi in front of large number of people. He could bypass media, which we believe is biased, and reach out to people directly. Fatigue is setting in. People are beginning to recognize that to some extent India has been hijacked.
The political developments in India picking pace with the opposition unity and all the developments that are taking place with the Congress party after the party's recent victory in Karnataka, which was a massive mandate for the party. What kind of preparations and expectations does the party have from this event?
Well, we are excited about the victory in Karnataka. We think it is a major milestone and we have to build on it. It is the beginning and not an end. We can't sit tight and enjoy the victory because the road ahead is much more complicated, difficult, and long. So this is the right time to really consolidate all our gains, think of the next few state elections, and then think of 2024. See, the basic issue here is the idea of democracy. But the path we are on, which is fundamentally based on polarized politics, which is fundamentally based on undermining institutions, killing civil society, and hurting scientific, logical, rational mindset, is of concern to many people. You've got to have a quiet, calm, civilized, respectful discourse. And I think we get that space abroad much more so than we get at home, unfortunately. So when we go to Stanford University, we'll have a very good conversation on democracy with people who have written a lot, people who have done a lot of research on democracy. These are the leading minds looking at democracy. So we also learn in the process. When we went to London, Indian television covered it for 4 days as a twisted conversation, but there isn't much I can do about it. With all the respect to them, that's their view. I respect that view. I don't subscribe to it.
You spoke about the attacks on democracy that are currently happening in the country, and certain major points that the opposition keeps raising is the idea of majority of one particular religion, the concept of misuse of central agencies. Do you think these will be the agendas of Mr. Gandhi's address this time? And do you think
No,
the
it is
diaspora's
not
perspective towards this has changed?
No, I don't think it is an agenda. Okay. The agenda is to have a conversation. That is the agenda. Open, frank, honest conversation. It is not to change anybody's mind. It is not a propaganda. Okay. We are not here for a propaganda. We are here to learn, not to convert anybody to anything. We don't do that. Okay. It is for people to decide. We agree to disagree, but with respect, with dignity.